Hey everybody, it's Mike Frieder here with On-Call Compliance Solutions, and I'm back with another compliance tip of the week. Today we're talking about CMMC Control IR.L2-3.6.2. Track, document, and report incidents to designated officials and or authorities, both internal and external to the organization. What a mouthful. So hey, if you're a defense contractor who's feeling overwhelmed, tired, and alone, trying to understand all this DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and CMMC compliance stuff, I've got great news for you. You found your home here at On-Call Compliance Solutions, where we can help you transform into your company's on-call compliance hero. Let's jump into it. So, IR.L2-3.6.2, it's not just the incident, it's the aftermath. So let's say your systems get compromised. Maybe someone in accounting clicked on a very convincing email. Maybe click here for free pizza. I mean, who wouldn't do that? This control says, now what? Who do you tell? How fast? And how do you make sure the report doesn't get lost in someone's inbox labeled, maybe look at this later? Let's break this down and what it really means for your CMMC journey. What you actually need to do. CMMC wants to know that when the brown stuff hits the cyber fan, that you track the incident, log it, timestamp it, know when it started and ended, and of course you document everything, what happened, who did what, how you found out, what you fixed, and report it to both internal leaders and external required parties like the DoD, if applicable. Let's solve for each assessment objective. Now, number one, incidents are tracked. Yes. You must actually keep track of incidents via a centralized log or ticketing system where all incidents go to live. Think of it like the company's Hall of Shame, except it's required for audits. Now, a little bit of tech that might be required. Use a ticketing system like Jira, ServiceNow, or there's so many, Spiceworks, or even a well-maintained spreadsheet if you're really, really small and mighty. Timestamp the incident start, updates, and resolutions. Again, an audit log and timestamping is just really, really important here. And docs that are required, well, we've got to have the incident logs. We've got to have an IR policy. We've got to have an incident response policy that proves that you know how to handle these incidents and that you are handling them. And that it's got to describe how and where to track. Incidents are documented. No, we got hacked and then fixed it does not count as documentation. You need the who, what, when, where, how, and what the heck happened report. Again, there's a lot of detail that goes into an incident response plan. There's quite a bit of detail. A lot of it is laid out in these assessment objectives of what's required. But again, your incident response plan should be fairly extensive so that when things go wrong, you know how to respond to it. Now, some tech that might be required: store documents in a secured incident response repository, things like SharePoint, GCC High, a GRC tool, etc. Use templates for consistency, and again, we can definitely help with that. Docs that are required: completed incident response forms, screenshots or logs of actions taken, root cause analysis, because you've got to have one of those. And again, you want to definitely specify in those documents who is going to be involved in the response and who needs to be contacted and things like that. Now, number three, internal reporting is actually done. This means alerting your management team, IT leadership, and anyone else in your org that's on the need-to-know list, which means you need to have a need-to-know list. No hiding breaches under the rug. Very, very important. Now, some tech that's required: email distribution lists or internal ticket escalations, incident response notifications or dashboards, and of course, from a documentation perspective, we definitely need email templates for internal alerts, escalation flowcharts or policies, all of that stuff. External reporting is done. Number four. Yep, if you're working with the DoD, it involves CUI or meets the reporting thresholds, you must report to the DoD within 72 hours. You need to have this as a part of your incident response plan to document that this is a part of your incident reporting and response duties. So again, somewhere in your IR plan, here's a big hint, we need to make sure that you've got some external sources. Now, I'll tell you, we list other external sources. When do we call the police? When do we call the FBI? When do we call outside counsel for advice? I think those things should always be listed in your incident response plan. Now, some tech that's required: portal access for reporting. Again, you are required by law to have a medium assurance cybersecurity certificate, so you better know who's able to report to the DoD and have that in your incident response plan. An IR workflow to handle, is this DoD reportable logic? Again, I think this is also important because so often folks just don't really have enough directive in there that things need to get reported, and they can so easily be overlooked. Nothing like some DoD information floating around some other person's network and the DoD finding out before you do. Bad. Docs required, report copy, again, PDF or export from DivNet, notification log with timestamps, and again, any other documentation that's generated during the incident. Now, how about some gotchas, right? What do we need to pay attention to? Well, if your documentation is missing, you fail. Pretty simple and straightforward. You've really got to have this nailed down. You need processes and procedures. You need the incident response plan itself. You need an incident response form. All those things need to be present. That's kind of a minimum, honestly. Even if your technical response is brilliant. Again, this isn't about how good you are technically or from a security perspective. This is the documentation and evidence you need to present to an assessor to demonstrate and prove that you have this process in place, even if George in IT is really good at his job. Now, if you don't know who you report incidents to, you're going to fail that too. And if you say, I think our MSP handles that, you guessed it, you're going to fail. You need to have your MSP in your own incident response plan. Now, how On-Call can help you nail this? At On-Call, we don't just hand you a 100-page IR policy and say, good luck, Chuck. We walk you through creating it together. An IR reporting matrix, shared responsibility matrix, communication templates, audit reports, a full audit trail of everything that happens. It's just honestly one of the best things about working with On-Call is we build all of this into the way we operate, and we've got you covered. All tied into your virtual compliance officer program. If you're using that service, shameless plug, you're welcome, I know. But also built into any of our managed IT services. Again, if you've got an issue or an incident that happens across one of the services that you have with us as a managed IT service, we've already got this stuff built in. We are literally an incident response machine. That's what we do. And hey, if you're not an incident response machine and you're banging your head against the wall and you're trying to figure out how to spell IR, well, it might be time to give us a call because we can take all this stuff off your plate and, let you focus on whatever your real business is, making stuff or doing stuff that makes money. We can handle the rest. Hey, at On-Call, we take defense contractors just like you who have had this DFARS, NIST, CMMC, ITAR, and EAR information security compliance stuff dropped in their laps like a seagull on a sunny day. Yuck. And we teach you how to level up and be a proper On-Call compliance hero for your company, eliminating gaps, gray areas, and getting this solved, all while showing you how to leverage compliance as your secret weapon to land more defense work with higher profit margins. Now that's what becoming an On-Call compliance hero can do for you. If you're looking for more help getting compliant, our compliance experts are always on call for you. Visit CMMCComplianceSecrets.com and check out the description below for links to get help right now. And if you love the content we're putting out here for you, help us out with a big thumbs up on that like button, or even better, baby, smash that subscribe button to get the latest compliance content as soon as our compliance nerds roll it out. And until the next compliance tip, my friends, stay safe and secure out there, especially on this one. Stay safe and make sure you're reporting those incidents, okay? And hit us in the comments below to let us know what you'd like to know more about when it comes to information security and compliance. I'll see you on the next one.